While today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
I caught up with the Nittany Lions head coach before the game. He told me that this is new for the Big Ten. Obviously, these teams coming all the way to the West Coast. The travel is long. They have been putting some practices in place to make sure their players are moving, getting up early, getting prepared for this time zone challenge. They are going to try to perform at their best performance level today. But they put a ton of time and research and science into making sure the players are prepared to go. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Ducks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, it's Hansen. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
The run inside. It's Peoples. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Got to have it. Got to start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Sells the run, looking to pass. Move to his right. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's Sowell. Pulled to the ground.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Here comes the heat. Working that left side. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Makes a man miss. Here, headed to the end zone. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for you.
Stop, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago, Davison and Hill Jr., who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like, they are committed, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having more come back at the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable running backs for Oregon. A lot of ground and pound and a lot of physicality.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Out wide left, it's Bear. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Dante Moore. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Using his legs, it's Davison. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. Turns into the pile. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Moore. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. On the move, he fires. Intercepted for the 11th time. There he goes. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State's offense comes onto the field, ready to start the drive. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Keeps it himself. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
He's going to take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Motion from the wideout. Throwing Moore. With the catch, it's Johnson. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. And he's in. Touchdown, Ducks! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. To the air, it's Beck. Out wide right, it's Hansen. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The lone back's got it. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Finds the tight end. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
Man, how nice is it to have that kind of a weapon? On 3rd down, I can throw it short of the sticks, and the big fella can catch the football, break a tackle, get upfield, be big and strong, and convert that 3rd down.
And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On play action. Finds his big tight end, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Back to throw, it's Beck. Just a little off. Incomplete.
3rd downs are a huge determining factor in winning and losing games, and what a great play by the defense that time. Going up against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the entire country. Great job breaking on the ball and helping force the incompletion.
The Nittany Lions will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. He's up, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running inside. It's Hansen.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Rides to the back. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Look out! That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of the look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And now about this lower intestinal fortitude. 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
Man, one of the reasons this guy's dangerous is because if things get off schedule, he can still hurt you. There was no panic, right? He's not just going to take off and go running. He kept his focus downfield, spotted an open guy, and, man, delivered a strike.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hill. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way.
And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Ducks!
This really has been a tale of 2 quarters for this offense. They were shut out in the first quarter, and they've been lighting the scoreboard up in the second. Give this offensive coordinator some credit. He found a rhythm. He was able to get this offense churning big plays out one after another, and right now they are playing with tons of confidence.
Deep in the end zone, it's Wallace. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a gap. It's Hansen. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And he looks a little frazzled. And listen, I know he's been rushed and he's been hurried a little bit, but, man, big mistakes. 3 interceptions today. It's hard to win football games with your quarterback making mistakes.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Penn State.
And that touchdown was massive for the offense. Gives them confidence heading into halftime. But remember, they're going to be receiving first in the 3rd quarter, so they get an opportunity to cut even further into this lead. That was a huge play.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. 10 time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellows, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. Let's start with the USC Trojans, taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Trojans, not even blinking in this top 25 matchup. They took the lead on the opening drive of the game, and they've been adding to it ever since. Tough to imagine a halftime pep talk is going to change things.
Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's Moore to throw. Slots it away.
Well, the offense is trying to attack the middle of the field. They're looking to hit that in route, but really good coverage there by the defense.
3rd and long coming up. Changing the routes with his receivers. Moore to the air. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Man, that's the start you absolutely talked about and discussed in the locker room. This defense, they didn't have a lot of success in the first half. They needed some good things to go their way, get a stop, create some momentum. Great first drive by this defense. Now their offense has got to put some points on the board.
And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
Well, how about that stick at the end? Nice job sticking the big tight end, making sure he doesn't get that first job. That's how you play physical defense. That's how you make him remember those tackles later in the game.
Got a little space. Oh, he's got some space. Hauled down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. On 1st and 10 from the 38. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They'll go to the counter. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. RPO complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking down the middle. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Quarterback changing the play. They'll try the right side. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
He's got the tight end. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Wide receiver going in motion. Fourth down, Moore. Lofts one high and deep. Got it! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! He'll try to tack on one more. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Get things going as their offense heads out to the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He stopped.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the 1st down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
He's past the sticks. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Using his feet. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Quick give. It's Hansen. He stopped short of the 1st down marker, had to get it to the 30-yard line, and now they're staring at 4th and short.
Well, it's 4th and short, and you're sort of in no man's land at this point near midfield. I think if you're on offense here, you're going to have to go for it. You're going to have to show confidence in your guys to get it done and go get you the win.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Caught. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Cuts it upfield. It's Hansen.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Just feeds the running back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want to.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Needs it here on 4th down. Complete in the middle. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
Man, when you're down and it's the 4th quarter, we got to do this. We got to go for it, and that's the 2nd time on this drive they've gone for it. The 2nd time they've got it. Whatever it takes, it's go time. We're down, and we got to continue to make plays.
They'll run it. It's Hansen, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Dante Moore. Left side, it's Davison. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Moore will throw. Rushes on. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. He couldn't do it on that last play.
On the run, it's Davison. Breaks into the open. Past the 50. He's at the 40, the 20, inside the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. These DBs going to give a little cushion, keeping it on the ground with the single back. Pass to 6. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And, man, he really hasn't been the problem today. How about that? He's rushed for over 100 yards, another big chunk play on the ground. They've continued to be able to run the football well, but here now in the second half, you've built yourself a deficit. I wonder how many more runs they got in him. They got to open this passing attack up and make some big plays.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give on the counter. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead has ballooned like it has.